Hey everyone, it's Lux, and this is True Crime with Lux. So today I'm going to be telling you about the tragic death of Angela Samota. Angela was born on September 19th of 1964 in Alameda, California. The family soon moved to Amarillo, Texas, where Angela had a good childhood. She knew she wanted to do big things with her life, and after high school, she enrolled at a Southern Methodist University in Dallas in 1982. She was double majoring in computer science and electrical engineering. Can you say smart and driven she knew she wanted to do such big things. While here, she met Sheila Wysocki, who was her roommate, and the two soon became best friends and just inseparable. After her freshman year, Angela's parents got her an off-campus condo, and of course, she asked Sheila if she wanted to move in with her. The girls loved the independence of having their own place, and they took pride in it, and they took care of it. Angela soon met Ben McCall, and the two began dating, but the relationship started off kind of hard due to their busy schedules between classes and working, so they barely got to spend any quality time together. However, they wanted their relationship to work so much that they made the effort to spend time with each other whenever they could. On October 12th of 1984, Angela and a couple of her friends, Anita Kadala and Russell Bugnan, went to the Texas State Fair. Angela wanted Ben to come with them, but he said he needed to get up early for work, so he needed to get some sleep. After the fair, the three of them went to the Rio Room to hang out. Now, Angela was a very social person, and she could talk to anyone and knew about everyone. So they stayed there till about midnight, when Angela finally drove them all home. She dropped Russell off first around 1 a.m., and then dropped off Anita. Angela stopped by Ben's place real quick on her way home just to say goodnight to him. It was about 1:45 a.m. when she finally arrived home, and she soon called Ben saying that there was a man there that was asking to use her bathroom and her phone, so she wanted to know if he knew if there was a payphone nearby that she could tell him to go use instead. Ben stated later that she sounded agitated when they were talking and also seemed a bit nervous. Not sure what to do, Angela soon told Ben that she had to go and that she would just talk to him later. When he didn't hear back from her, he tried calling, but she didn't answer. He then decided to just go by her place just to make sure she was okay. When he arrived, he knocked, but no one came to the door, and the door was also locked, so he didn't know what to do because he didn't want to break it down. So he called the police and explained the phone call that she had made to him and that he could just feel something was off and he couldn't get a hold of her. So around 2 a.m., police finally arrived and broke into the apartment. What they found inside was truly horrifying. Angela's body was lying on her bed, was covered in blood. She had been stabbed multiple times, and there were signs she had been raped and assaulted. Investigators believed whoever had done this took a shower to clean up before they left, seeing as the bathroom was wet and it looked like the shower had been used. They informed Ben of what they found, and strangely, he didn't really have a reaction that you would expect. He was kind of calm about the news and was able to give the police a statement from the night. Police found his reaction strange, but didn't immediately ask him about it. Sheila hadn't been home that night and was told about what happened by another friend the next day. She was devastated and soon contacted the police to see if there was anything she could do to help. She gave them her statement and told them Angela's routine, like where she went on a daily basis, her school, when she worked. But when police asked if there was anybody she thought could do this, she did say that they might want to look into Russell, because there was just something about him that just gave her a weird feeling, like he was a little off. So the police then went and spoke with Anita, who said that Angela's ex-boyfriend had been kind of harassing her lately, so they might want to look into him. She said that he was angry when they broke up, and so police went and spoke with him, and he cooperated, and he even gave them a DNA sample. Now, during this time, DNA is not what we know it to be today. They couldn't get exact matches, they could just do blood typing. So they were able to rule out the ex-boyfriend and Ben because they had different blood types than what they had found at the actual crime scene. However, there was one person whose blood type matched, and that was Russell. So they went and talked with him again. And he described his relationship with Angela as more of being acquaintances. They had similar friends, so when they would see each other at like gatherings when they went out, they just kind of ran in the same circles. He said that night she dropped him off and he went to bed because he was going to a wedding the next day, and then he had a flight to Houston because he was visiting family, so he needed to get some sleep. He cooperated completely with the investigators, even letting them search his home, where they found a bunch of knives, which didn't look too good, but he did explain that they weren't his, that his roommate had been on a safari in Africa and had brought all those back as a souvenir. But it still kind of left police with a few questions. So they took him back to the police station, where investigators kind of started harassing him, saying they knew that he did this, that they were convinced he was the killer they were looking for. But Russell continued to maintain his innocence, even offering to take a polygraph test. They went so far as to have Sheila meet with Russell while wearing a wire to try and get him to say anything incriminating. But he still maintained his innocence. He said he didn't do anything to Angela. He had nothing to do with this. After all of this had happened, Russell hired a lawyer because he was sure that the police weren't going to stop. And he had a feeling that his rights were going to be violated if they continued down this road. So he just wanted to make sure he was protected. After this and not getting anywhere with Russell, the case started going cold. But Sheila, she couldn't give up. She was like, in my gut, I know we can solve this. I want to know who hurt my best friend, who took her from this world. So in 2004, she started calling the Dallas police constantly, begging for them to look into the case again. For 2 years, she did this, calling them, saying, please, I know you can do this. I know we can figure this out. I need the killer found. After not getting anywhere with police, Sheila took it upon herself, and she actually became a private investigator because of this, determined to figure out who the killer was. After some time, Dallas police finally decided to relook at the case, realizing that Sheila was going to keep going, so they put Detective Linda Crum in charge of Angela's case. And when she took a look at the case, she saw that there was quite a bit of DNA that could be tested, and with technology evolving, she was more positive that they would get a result, that they would figure this out through the DNA. When the test came back, it actually matched to a man named Donald Andrew Best Jr., who actually was already serving a life sentence in prison. The charges for Angela's rape and murder were added to his sentence. Her family and friends finally knew who was responsible for their loss of such an amazing woman. Now, Donald was in prison already because in 1985, he was found guilty of aggravated rape, aggravated kidnapping, and sexual assault. During that trial, multiple women came forward to share their stories of what Donald had done to them. He was an abusive, sadistic man. After being charged with the murder of Angela Samota, he was sentenced to death. He died from a heart attack on October 8th of 2022 while still sitting on death row. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like and follow the podcast and share it with your true crime friends. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll be talking to you next week.